Hello everyone, I am Spandan Kumar Roy, assigned leader of today's group discussion. So today's group discussion topic is, it is better than to live in a big city or small town. So the choice between living in a big city or small town is a significant decision that affects on the lifestyle, opportunities and overall well-being. Both the big cities and small towns have their the unique advantage and disadvantage, and what suits the person may not suit another. And decision will explore the pros and cons living in a big cities or small town. They examine the factors that the influence the decision, helping individual and the determine which environment best fits their the needs and the aspiration. So I am asking to Digontoda that what does the environment and access to nature impact your decision on where to live?
So obviously, like according to myself, like to live in big cities is more preferable for me, just because like the big city offers me like the more job opportunities and better health facilities, and obviously like better education facilities also, and the infrastructure is very good, and like I mean 24 hours internet access, and obviously in that purpose like the big cities are more better to live, to live, and like the small cities are have so many advantages and disadvantages, but according to myself, like the live in big cities more preferable.
Thank you, Digontoda. So what is your opinion, Devnath sir?
Yes, yes. I think there are some advantages and disadvantages. Both are in small town or big cities. If you see big cities, there are lots of job opportunities and lots of education systems, lots of administrative management system, and if you see there are lots of health center like nursing home and other system is there. So I prefer big cities.
Thank you, Devnath sir. So what is your opinion, Sohanda?
Obviously, according to myself, there was some have extra benefit when a person live in a big cities, like that. When a person live in a big cities, then they would take some extra benefits. That is, at that any time they will take some emergency purpose, like medical purpose and some internet purpose, and that anytime they can use it easily. But in when a person live in a small town, they don't have the those type of purpose at that any time. So obviously in that case, big city is better than small cities.
Thank you. So what is your opinion, Konishka?
According myself, I think these cities offer better job opportunities, higher salaries, and rank of cultural, entertainment, and educational options. And big cities, lot of opportunity for any student, or they also provide access to advanced public and any communication, and small towns offer of community, slower pace of life, and lower cost of living. They have less traffic, cleaner air, and a strong sense of community and local identity. So I think big um, big city is also better than a small town.
Thank you, Konishka. So according to myself, that the environment and access to nature play a significant role on deciding where to live. For some, living the close to nature parks on outdoor the mental well-being. Other the wild and the priority the urban and the convenience of the natural surrounding. Access to clean air, water, and the green playground or the spaces can greatly impact quality of life. And the nature can always influence lifestyle overall happiness. Ultimately, the importance of the environment that and the access to nature varies depending on individual performance and priority. So my second question to Devna said that how does the cost of living differ between the cities and small towns?
Yes, yes. If you see in big cities, there are high living lots of things and rents also there, and also there are so many facilities, but expensive also there. If you see low town, the living rate is uh, small, better small, and there are advantages. Some types of advantages are there. I think both are equal than others.
Thank you, Devnath sir. So what is your opinion, Digontada?
So obviously, like in the big cities, your living cost is more higher than the small cities. Just because you the metropolitan city can offer you like better infrastructure, better educations, and obviously like their rent is very much higher than the small cities. And if you see like that, so many amusement centers are there, like just for our entertainment purpose. So like the peoples they spend lots of money. They are just for their leisure to just for the leisure purpose. In a small town, you see like the living cost is very low than the big cities. So obviously like such kind of factors are there that can directly impact to the living cost, or like the individuals living on the big cities and small cities.
Thank you, Digontada. So what is your opinion, Sohanda?
Um, Obviously, there has some lots of reason the of in big cities prefer high cost amount. Because of that, in that case, when a person live in a big cities, they will what is it? They will um, prefer lots
Thank
of
you. Sir.
facilities. So they will prefer lots of good quality of infrastructure, good education, good and many all other things. So obviously, in that case, uh, big cities prefers a high amount in that time.
Thank you, Sohanda. So what is your opinion, Konishka? Yes, you are audible to us.
Okay, so the cost of living in small cities compared to big towns can be can be depend on several factors such as the location, lifestyle, and personal choice. And I think big town cost is more huge huge than small cities. So the cost of living small cities compared to big city towns varies, while small cities tend to be more affordable, and big towns offer a balanced living cost. And honestly, the choice between a small city and a big town depends on individual priorities, lifestyle, and financial situation. That's it.
Very nice answer, Konishka. So thank you. So according to myself, that the cost of living differ significant between cities and small town. Cities tend to have a higher cost of the life due experience the housing, transformation, food, and the other necessary. In cost, small towns generally have a lower cost of living with more have a cost of living with the more affordable housing options, lower to price to food and the transformance, and the slower to pace life and can reduce overall the experiments. That life saving the financial stability making it essential to consider these factors when the deciding where to live. So Digantada, have you any question or at some points?
Yes, I have a question. I'm asking to Shohanda and later Devnasa, Spandan and Kanishka will give answer the question respectively. Like, where would you prefer to live? Big city or small city?
Uh, Obviously, according to myself, I will prefer in a big city because at the big city has different what do you say in living in a big city I will get some different types of facilities like at any time or like at any emergency time I will take some help from any medical purpose any all other purpose and also from big city I can help some education purpose easily. So I obviously I will prefer in a live in a big city.
Okay, so Devnasa.
Yes, yes. According to me, I would like to prefer a big city because there are lots of facilities there. If you admitted in higher education like colleges or any kind of universities, which field you specialized, then you can admitted on this college or universities. And if you work on a variety of company, then you can join a lots of company there, and also there are lots of health facilities there, and there are more or shopping center there, and the environment is also very good. So I always like to prefer big cities.
So according to my, that is a very good question, Digantada. So I try to your question. So first of all, I said that the big cities and small cities different. That is a different places. So small cities there have no the available and the essential parts, but the big cities there have the available everyone that we have to eat. So there is the everyone there have, and we are getting a lots of fun. So there are the parks, ground. There is the municipality. So there is lots of things so available to hospital, and we are making answer to help answer. So I am asking to Konishka, what is your opinion Digantada's question?
Okay, so my opinion, I think this and the performance between living in a small cities or a big town depends on individual priorities, lifestyle, and personal performance. So I think big town is the best for everyone because big cities can be help us to anyhow we can get some any facilities for big cities, and big cities often have access to medical fashion and advanced technology and range of healthcare service. So and huge job private job sector and salary is also good. So I think this will also boost the small cities.
Thank you, Konishka. What is your opinion Digantada, your own question?
Yes, so I would like to prefer live in a small city just because a big city has has many advantages and disadvantages like the air pollutions and jams and obviously we like stressful lives are there, but in a small town like we see like peace and quiet environment and the lower living cost, and you can build strong community ties which can help to stable your mentality, and obviously it is need to prosper our own life. So in that case I prefer in small cities.
Thank you, Digantata. So, Sohanda, have you any question?
Yes, I have a question to Devnath sir. Devnath sir, what is the advantage and disadvantage of living in a small cities?
If you see, there are lots of advantages in small cities. If you live in small cities, the living charges uh, low in the comparison of big city, and the environment is so cool and calm. And the people of the lower town, they are very communicative to each other. Lots spend lots of time to each other, and relation is very good. And there are environment also peace. So I think there are lots of advantages in small cities.
Okay, so Spandan, what is your opinion?
So this is a very good question. So according to myself, that the small towns offer several advantages, including a strong sense of community, lower cost of living, and the more relaxed place of life. And residents of often know the support of the other hand. We said that the disadvantage of the small town, that there is a cultural event, higher education. Additionally, public transportation may be limited. So if we the higher transport, that is not possible for the small town, and the public transportation may be limited, and the entertainment option cannot be staggered, that the we have to there have like the no the cinema halls or the entertaining shops. So obviously small town rather than the obviously small town there have no the specific the or the entertainment the shops. So what is your opinion, Konishka?
So, according myself, Spandan is also say that lower cost of living is most important to small cities to advantage. For example, housing, food, and costs are often lower, and I think residents often know and support each of other, and disadvantage also disadvantage any private company job, and especially any any good industry or any good college. um, Small cities may have less of cultural lifestyle. So some people thrive in the peaceful community and environment of a small city, while others may find it too limited in her. So I have a question. I have a question to Diganta. Diganta, am I audible to you?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so I have a question to you. How does the quality of education compare between big cities and small towns?
Okay. So at first, I would like answer shown the question like the advantage and disadvantage of small town. Like small town has a many advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, they are like advantages like small town are some more less noise, and life movements are very slow, and which can better for health, mental health. And second is obviously I previously said that lower living cost, and people's they they build foster relationship between their neighbors, and they know each others obviously. And like the small cities, quite the surrounding in a nature, so you can feel nature in a small cities. And like this, these are the advantages. And disadvantages are like the very limited opportunities of job. Like you can't you can find various type of jobs in small cities. And like fewer amenities in there, like access to school and hospitals, and entertainment is very limited. And after that, like slower development are there in small cities. And so obviously, and which can lead to disconnect from the global mainstreams. So, and now the second question is, like you say, what kind of educations are mean affect, like big cities and small town. So obviously, like if you see like education purpose, like big cities, they like they provide more quality educations. We all are know, just because like if we see like so many international school are there, so many international universities are there, and you can find a specialized teacher, some specialized university, and some specialized college in there. So obviously in that purpose, like big cities and small towns has very far difference between the education sectors.
Very good answer, Digontada, and this is a very well answer. So according to myself, that Konishka, I want try to Konishka's question answer. So ideal study location depends on the individual performance and the learning styles. Some student they have the structured the environment to library classroom, and some student are the specific one to the school classroom. Other performance flexibility and the ultimately best study location the minimize distraction. So the small town there have the no the digital classroom or the digital board, but but there have but in the big town there have the to available to the digital classroom and space the support the effective learning and helps achieve the academic goals. So I am asking to Devnath sir that what are the job opportunities like in the big cities compared to small town?
Yes, yes. If you see in big cities, there are lots of jobs here. If you see, there are lots of company and there are lots of industries. There are national and international companies there. If you work in various ways, you can work that industries and that place, and lots of facilities also there. So I think in that case, low town is less in a big cities.
Thank you, Devnath sir. So what is your opinion, Sohanda?
um, in job opportunity, in that case, obviously, big cities has a different and best role play in that case. Because of that, in every job company or industry always preferred their job as in big cities. So in the big cities, there has a lots of job opportunities, lots of jobs every people can achieve from there. But in that case, in a small town and small city, there has some few jobs at there. So in at their in that case, in a big city, the many people can achieve a few different types of jobs.
Thank you, Sohanda. So what is your opinion, Konishka?
So, according myself, while small cities may have um, may have limited to opportunities, big town can offer a wider range of options. The type of job opportunities available depends on the local economic industry and anything else, the choice between a small city and big town depends on individual career goals, lifestyle, and priorities, and good access to education and training programs can prefer works for job opportunities to big town, and when we can when we live in small cities, then we are not getting a good teacher, but big town are more good available to good teacher, and any any industry having and local economic development can impact for job opportunities.
So thank you, Koniska. So Digontada, I am ask another question to you, and then have you any question or at some points, then you try to it. So my question is, where do you think community connection are strong?
So can you repeat your question? Why?
So my question is to you that the where do you think community connection are strong?
I can't hear you properly. I mean, please repeat again.
So are you hear me?
Yes.
So my question you that the where do you think community connection are strong?
Okay. So at first I would like add some points to the previous question. Like in a big cities has various job opportunities. You can say like big cities is a hub of business and industries also, and you can find secondary and tertiary sectors jobs in cities. Like if I give an example in Kolkata, like like so many industry are there. You can find jobs in their preferable salary. And after that we know the Bangalore. Bangalore is known as the Silicon Valley of India, and you can get IT sectors jobs in there, and some international multinational company are there, and you can do jobs international companies to from the India. Like if you will give an example in Bombay, like Bombay is economic capital of India. We all are know, like so many industries are there, and the major industries are there in Bombay, which is film industry. So you can go there to become a hero, or to fulfill your acting passions are there. If you comes to Delhi, Delhi is an administrative city, so you can have lots of government jobs are there, not only Delhi but also through spread of the all over India. And many states they are depending in tourism sectors, so you can get tourism jobs. So variety of jobs are there in a big city, and you have lots of opportunities if you live in a big cities. And if you get a very good jobs, and if you want to get engage any international company, so then obviously you should need to live in big cities. Now your second question is like community is strong. Obviously, like community is strong is more important. Like in a big city we see like the community is strong is lesser than a small city, just because they don't know the neighbors. In that case, like in the big city, the peoples they are engaged jobs, and after that when he returned back their homes, they are very lazy. So after that they did not communicate their neighbors. So in that case they did not make a relationships. But obviously like community helps to build their relationships, and obviously it help to prosper in your own lives. And obviously a good community and a good environment can makes people's more better, happy, and obviously and it can lead becomes a good human. So obviously like strong communities like strong communities have a direct impact on in your mental life.
Thank you, Digantada, and that is your very well and wonderful answer and excellent. So, Devnath sir, have you any question or at some point?
Yes, yes. I have a question. First, I would like to add some points on your question. If you see a strong relationship in a small town, because there are lots of people live there, and they meet to each other, and when you are in a danger situation, people eager to help you. If you look in big cities, many of the people busy their own work. They don't know each other. And so I think the strong relationship will build up in a small town. So my next, I have a question to Sohan. Is there any crime rate in big cities in comparison with small town?
Uh, Obviously, there has any crime case in has uh, in big town. Because of that, when in a big town there has a lots of uh, there's a lots of many companies in there. The employer working in day shift and also night shift. And in that case, at the night shift, when the person or when an employee complete his work and return it to the home, at that time they will in the road area they will suffer in a different types of crimes. So but in that case, in a small town there has no crime, because at there has no any companies who are providing night shift duties. So obviously in that case, in the big cities there has a lots of crimes because of their the jobs related issue.
Okay, okay.
Thank you,
Konishka, what is
Devnath.
your
What is
opinion?
your opinion, Konishka?
Okay, so my opinion is obviously big towns also having many crimes, while big towns may experience higher crime rates. The small cities tend to have lower crime rates due to closer community relationship and uh, increased visibility. However, both big towns and small cities can take steps to prevent crime and promote safety, such as community engagement, crime prevention programs, and effectively low 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 stand. Um, so I think big cities having any crime, but also have government sector. So that's
So, thank you and very good answer, Konishka. So, what is your opinion, Digantada?
So like obviously in a big city we see like and in a crime compared to big city and small town is higher than big city. Obviously like the in big city we see like the many peoples they are comes from the different part of our country and different part of our state. So in that case we don't know like who are good and bad, and obviously to maintenance us cities rather than a small town, which need many forces like which can maintain or save our cities. In that case, like we see like so many smuggling, human traffickings are also conduct by the big cities rather than the small town. And we know like more about than like 2 lakhs I think SLS PIL file in our, if you give an example, in our Kolkata High Court, just for a crime in some big cities are like Kolkata, Durgapur, and Coachbehar, Shiliguri also. So obviously, like a larger city tend to have high crime rates compared to a smaller cities.
So very good answer, Digantada. So according to myself, that it is essential to note that the crime rates and type can to very significant dependent on the specific location, economics condition, and the both of the towns and big cities can the safe the and the unsafe, because there is a lots of the person came from the varieties of the part of our the country or the other sites can setting and smuggling. Sorry, the the crime case, because it is a factors like various of factors. The first of the thief of the robbery or the cyber crime, that is the cyber crime or the dynamic violence and the properties of the crime. So I am asking to Devnath sir that what is your opinion on your own question?
Yes, yes. I think there are lots of crime in the big cities in comparison with small town. If you see, there are human trafficking, kidnap, and smuggling also there. If you see, there are big cities like Mumbai, Kerala, and also Patna and Lucknow. There are lots of crime in big cities. If you see some data in the people, there are 20 to 30% people are walked for their from home, and they kidnapped in big cities. In comparison with lower there are less than crime rates in comparison with big cities. So I think there are lots of crime in big cities.
So thank you, Devnath sir. So I am asking to Sohan the question that what are the job opportunities? Sorry, my question is that the what type of lifestyle do you prefer? Fast place, cities life, or relaxed small town life?
Spandan, please give me some time. I will give you the answer.
Okay. So Koniska, add you some points or have you any question?
Vandan, Spana, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible to us.
I have already asked this question, so can you change the question?
O- Okay. So Koniska, have you any question?
Yes, Pandan, I have a question to um, Digantada. So, how does the environment compare between big cities and small towns?
Obviously in a perspectives of environment, like so many differences are there, like big cities and small towns. Like if we see a big city, like we see so many now air pollution and overcrowding and or populations. And in that case, like in a small town, like small cities are surrounding in natures, and their population is less than the big cities. So in that case, the air pollutions and population is less. So obviously, the environment is far better than small cities than big cities.
Thank you, Digantada. Thank you, Digantada. So what is your opinion, Sohanda?
Uh, Obviously, in big cities, there are lots of environment problems in overcrowded, lots of overcrowded and pollution area was effect in big cities, but in a small town or small cities there has lots of good environments, like those cities are covered with lots of trees and many all other things. So there's a big effect on big cities.
So thank you, Sohanda. So what is your opinion, Devnath sir?
If you look at the big cities, there are lots of air pollutions and the trafficking noise is there. So the pollution is high rates. And if you look to the small town, there are air is fair, fresh and environment is calm. And so I think high pollution rate in big cities.
Thank you, Devnath sir. So Diganta, have you any question?
Yes, sir. I have a question. Like now we all are discuss about like advantage of big cities. So now my question is, what are the disadvantage of big cities?
So that is a very good question. So I try to your question. So living a big city has it the downside. Some of the notable disadvantage including the high cost of living, traffic problem, noise pollution, and the increase the Devnath sir said that the crime rates. Additionally, the fast paced lifetime can be the stressful and the environment made to lead the fleeing that the air pollution, overcrowding, and the lack of the spaces which can the negatively impact our the physical and mental health. This challenge make the city and overwhelming for some people. So that is my question, and I am asking to Shohan that what is your opinion regarding this question?
Obviously, Spandan, I will agree with you. Obviously, there's lots of disadvantage in living in a big cities or big town. First of all, there's a lots of problems like air pollution problems, and obviously also there has a lots of educational problem. In overcrowded in every schools and uh, overcrowded in every area, and obviously more all other things like traffic problems and uh, all other many things which you told previous.
Thank you, Shohanda. So what is your opinion, Devnath sir?
Uh, in big cities, congested roads and lots of congestion is there, and noise pollution is there, and the level of air pollution is already there. So I think there are lots of pollution in big cities.
Thank you, Devnath sir. So what is your opinion, Konishka?
So, according myself, this town often has the higher housing cost, living expense, and higher cost that can very problem to live in big town, and big town can experience traffic problem, parking times, and longer commute time. And big town can be noisy and polluted, with increased air and water pollution. Big town may higher crime rate. It risk of that and while this town of offer many advantage, they also come with disadvantage that can impact quality of life. By understanding this challenge, residents and can work to them and create a more level um, uh, this communication.
So thank you, Koniska. So my last question is to Digontoda, that what role do local business play in fostering community connection in small city, a small town or big city?
I will take some time, Spandan, then I will answer.
Okay, Digontoda. So what is your opinion, Demnath sir?
If you
Spandan, can you
look at
Okay, so my question is, what role do local business play in fostering community connection in small town or big city?
if you look at the big cities, there are lots of people. They lived in big cities, and lots of business there, and communicate to each other, and they do their business on with their people. So I think community with help the businessman with because there are lots of people each other. They do their business.
Okay, Demnath sir. So, Sohanda, what is your opinion?
Sorry, Spandan, I don't have enough idea on that.
Okay, Sohanda. So, what is your opinion, Digontoda? Are you ready?
Yes. So obviously, like the community to help build up, foster relationships and develop the business communities. Also, we see like some people they come here for the business purpose, and after that they lives in the small cities and I mean big cities and small towns and very long, very long time. So after that they obviously they part in a community on the surrounding area. So obviously in that case in that purpose and in that way like we see like so many communities are built in big cities and a small town.
Thank you, Digontoda. So, Konishka, are you ready to your conclusion?
mm, yes, Spandan? So, my conclusion is this in choice between big city and small town ultimately hire on individual priorities and lifestyle performance. Big cities often varieties, cultures, and deserve good job opportunities and um, access to any opportunity, while small towns provide a more tranquil and community forced environment. Ultimately, the best choice depends on whether one values the energy and endless possibility of city life, or the quiet calm and close knit communities of small town living. Thank you.
Okay, Konishka. So, what is your opinion, Sohanda?
After a long discussion, we reached into a conclusion. The conclusion is very simple. Obviously, in that case, the big city, living in a big city or in a small city, this choice is depends on every person's need and their lifestyle and their performance, and obviously on their goals. So big cities and the small cities have their different types of advantage and disadvantage. Big cities they are offer us more job opportunities, more educations, better lifestyle and healthcare and many all other things. And in the other side, the small cities or small towns provide our good environment, peaceful lifestyles and low living experiences, etc. So in that case, some many people are happy to live in a small town, and some people are live in are happy and balance their life in a big town.
Thanks, Sohanda. So, what is your opinion, Devnath sir?
In conclusion, I'd like to say the choice between big city or small city depends on man to man or their individuals' preferences and priorities. In big cities, there are lots of advantages. Also, there are disadvantages there. If you see in big cities, there are lots of job opportunities there, and also the dynamic lifestyle is there. And if you a low town, there are also the advantages and disadvantages there. There are low living of low living of living cost and the environment calm and cool, and the people of the low town connected to each other and they are very good. So I think it's depend on individual preferences and priorities.
Thanks, Devnath sir. So, what is your opinion, Digontada?
Yes, so after whole discussion, we reach a conclusion. So we see migration from small town to big city are gradually increase from few decades. So my conclusion is neutral. Like both big cities and small towns, have their own strength and weaknesses also. While big cities offer better opportunities and modern facilities, and small towns provide peace and lower living cost and strong sense of community. So the better place to live depends on individuals needs, goals, and lifestyle and preference also.
Thank you, Digontada. So, after a long discussion, we reach our conclusion. So, our group discussion today's topic is it is better to live in a big city or small town? So, highlighted deserved perspective and the experience, we explored the benefits of the city living, search the career opportunities, and the crucial the diversity, and as well as the charm of small towns, including the close communities and the relaxed pace of life. Ultimately, the decision depends on the individual, the properties, and what each person values of the most their living environment. By sharing our the insights and experience, we gained a deeper understanding of the trait of the advantage and of our the lifestyle. So it is a neutral conclusion of our the group discussion. Thank you everyone. uh, Thank you everyone, and thank you sir.